Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Still working on the mic.
It's always audio.
Oh, yeah. It's always audio.
It's always audio and always 2 minutes before airtime.
And 15 minutes into airtime.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. A tugboat engine. Oh,
Well, I don't.
well,
It's not
hopefully that's the
making
game.
the. I hope so. Yeah, I don't hear the puttering noise from earlier.
Yeah, I just completely unplugged the box thingy. So the microphone is going straight into the computer.
Well, it's working so far.
I'll take it. Oh, boy. So, yeah, that Moana caster, but the physical audio board is apparently just screwing up big time, so we're bypassing that.
That's a fix it later problem.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, how you all doing? We are going to play Control, which is the last game in the current Remedy Connected universe. While the first game, Alan Wake, was kind of horror based, and the second game, Quantum Break, was kind of action based, it is a mix. And I haven't finished this game, so good times.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We see it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the
Plato's
poster.
cave. This cave is the whole
The
world.
picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
My God, Specs, the Matrix
Hello?
is Plato's cave.
Anyone here?
Of course.
Something like
Oh.
that.
Oh.
So, welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control. No, I don't know what that means. Also, my controls are a little off. Let me fix that. You'll notice that they're switching between Xbox and PC, and that's going to get real annoying real fast.
Does this game have live action sequences like
Kind of, sort of, but not on that scale. There we go. So I should have Twitch up in the window. That'd help. I can see chat now. Ba-ba-ba. So, yep. Reminder, certain objects not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils. Any object considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept. E.g., rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. You see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately.
That's odd.
Don't worry about it.
Jay, it's my job to worry about it.
Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple building shifts detected. HRA protocol active.
God. The Joker has escaped again. Quickly into Arkham Asylum.
No.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
There it is. Expenditure summary, executive sector, second quarter. Staffing, surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted, redacted. Office equipment, janitorial cost, redacted. Mold removal, HQ livability cost.
This is where the endless staircase in Mario 64 comes from.
See, you're not wrong.
You know how to backwards long jump?
No, head of research,
Well,
Dr.
better learn.
Casper Darling.
Oh, it's just darling.
Our bureau at work.
It's the janitor.
Director, Zachariah Trench.
Gonna have to
Federal
dig a
Bureau
trench for
of
him.
Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Good job of hiding if they have an office.
Turns out the true monster was man all along.
How about some pistachios, or potato chips, or trail mix, or crackers, or pretzel brand pretzels?
We're competing
If you're
with
getting-
those generic Canadian brands.
If you're getting a bit of an SCP vibe, you're not off. Security order. Attention all redacted. Redacted, a shark and his redacted, although secure redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol redacted, shoot to kill redacted, good luck. Hello, as you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by end of week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head. Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland. as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy reviews, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. The sharks from Quantum Break are back. Work hard. His life is in your hands.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
You notice that he responded to my inner thoughts.
Oh. I didn't notice that because Discord crashed.
Oh. So, yeah, she was thinking to herself and to the audience that he's a friendly face, and he's like, better than no face at all.
Oh.
Also, I didn't go in a circle, but we've gone in a circle.
Interesting. We're in the Overlook Hotel.
You're not wrong. I'm going to be saying that a lot to a lot of references.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
So here's where some music would be playing, and here's your title sequence, but copyrighted music is off. So you get...
Music is illegal. Music is illegal.
You get creepy sounds.
This kind of works better, honestly. Well, then again, I don't know what the music is, but this works pretty well.
When we were watching Loki and I said, wow, this sure feels like Control.
I don't, but then again, that was a long time ago.
The Office has a very anachronistic feel to it.
Cool. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Even those lights, that's very...
Did I lose
I
you there
guess
for a moment?
Loki's are reminiscent of this.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
You notice how when she asked the question that Spiral showed up as in answer to her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, those of you who have played this before will kind of remember that this game had some texture loading bugs, where like you'd come into an area and the textures would be super low res and pixely while they streamed in. I have fixed that, so we shouldn't be having that issue. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. The rest of the week. You can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one.
Is it time to dig a trench?
Shit.
It is.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Spiral says to do it. Like, you can kind of see it vaguely pointing at it.
Oh.
We are broadcasting from the pyramid. Other. Only the director can wield the gun, sword, intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
The poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Only the director combined the service weapon and live, die. This is your ritual challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Bubblegum Polaroid. All, none of the above. These are the concept tattoos we see in your mind. The service weapon. It has many forms, like the house prison you occupy.
Who shattered that, man?
The same gun.
Control the gun, house.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Destroy the copy's target. Earn becomes a director. Aim better.
Ain't better / worse.
Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at that. The service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use.
Gun is so wiggly.
Enemies drop health. We wield the gun / you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have
So
quieted
now,
down outside.
Jesse's the
Safe to go.
director,
It was that simple.
and the building recognizes this.
Oh!
Also, just for show, the level of detail here. I punched through the wood paneling at the bottom, I've cracked the concrete, I've destroyed the carpet. Books explode in the paper, the ceiling drops dirt.
That's what I think about your R4 reports. Uh-oh. I cast the spell, throw books everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
So live action happens. It's just not episodic like in Quantum Break.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
So, what were those? Here's the service weapon. Containment procedure is no unique procedures are required. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether, I should just say redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, which is this building, in the room that is now used. I'm kind of hearing myself through you, Nami, a little bit.
Oh, I'll I'm alone then.
The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in a room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted in many forms throughout history, redacted in Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. There's Director Trench. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted security guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption. While the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns, they have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic host over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on their use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. I'm now the King of England.
Yeah, you are.
And, here's Dr. Darling.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah, enemies drop health, which is that blue crap on the ground. Can't open that. Also, look whose picture's here now.
Wow.
Director, Jesse Faden. Or Jesse Fadden. However you pronounce it.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Hey, it's Miss Minutes.
Kinda, yeah. Remember to wash your hands. Your head can spread the mold. Wash hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash all fingers, nails, palms, backs, and wrists. Rinse thoroughly and dry carefully. Let's say hi and welcome to some of the new people in the oldest house. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls, no food or drink around Bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the Bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Pneumatic tube checklist. Don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. Something about a book club. I can't read that. Socks and ballerinas live at the oldest house.
Socks and ballerinas?
Food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard if... Interested, see Gary. Greg? In maintenance. $50. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. I was thrown off by the reflection. Shit. Oops. They used tactics. One laid down suppressing fire while the other one got around my cover. That's pretty good.
The hotline. Secure line of communication.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
I'll take care of these guys first and we'll do some exploring. Reload faster, you piece of shit.
Careful, they can probably hear you.
Oh yeah, forgot. Okay. We picked up some undefined reading. I don't know what that means. It's undefined. Oh wait, there's someone still up. A couple of you are still up. So you'll notice the poor office workers. The ominous Borg-like droning. Doors.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
So RTX is on, and damn, it looks good. I'm not used to having it on and implemented, so. I was saying how anachronistic this is. Check out these terminals.
Oh, I love it. Oh, look at the Rolodex on top of the floppy disk drive. Oh, fuck yeah. What is it? It's moving. Ah!
See, I love doing that shit in Max Payne. Remedy always had this incredible attention to detail. I'm glad they kept that going. Everything is done by a pneumatic tube. Maybe I'm weird, but I'm kind of digging the droning.
So are those guys just floating?
Yeah,
like
whatever
they're
happened
ascending,
to
but
them.
they got frozen? Oh.
Whatever happened to them, they're still alive.
Oh, they're still
I
moving. Oh,
assume-
shit. I thought they were frozen.
No, they're still here.
Cool.
We have a 6-person shelter. Didn't work out for that guy. I picked up some house memory. What is
2
house
megabytes.
memory? Conceptual material. Okay. Oh, we already did this. Well, I like how they handled that in the UI. What is dinner reservation? Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46.
46.
Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. A stapler or a red item. Don't take office equipment outside of the building.
hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they don't leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If your answers are sufficiently harmless, explain to them that this is a secure federal office and they need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided escorting sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Baby shark. The CEX doesn't even. Yeah. Ooh, what's this? I love collectibles. Urban legends.
I love collectibles. They're like teeth. You can never have too much.
Ow. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials. They can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Alan Wake experience. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We understand redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted, our own bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranormal phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human redacted through 2 punctures onto redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report.
So, the TV show within Alan Wake, what was it called? Night Valley or whatever?
Night Springs?
Night Springs?
Maybe.
That was made by the FBC?
Maybe. They didn't specify. I haven't played deep enough into this to know. But maybe.
I mean, I don't know of any other anthology TV programs within this universe, so I would assume.
That would be playing copyrighted music, but it's not. It's important and ominous.
The Pyramidion.
Oh, time to jump.
Run!
Cleanse their control point. What does that mean? Let me fix it.
Notice how the house is shifting.
Oh, it's back to being an office, sort of.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown, before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's... I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
That's a cool euphemism for farting. Push the
Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around a control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a set 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is that the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted.
Don't get the house in.
Okay, there should be an agent here. Yeah, okay. Can I actually help you?
I thought she was gonna punch her.
That's a nope.
Oh.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Don't fart too hard or you'll rip yourself apart.
The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from unaffected humans is the fact that they levitate. No aggressive behavior. They seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. I guess those are equivalent. Or are they cocooned preparing to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation to a purely resident form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Where did she? Oh, up there. Hang on, I think I saw something. No. Hold on, I think I saw something. Wait, this is where I started. The building shift kind of threw me off. I got a weapon mod. Damage after kills up 37%. Low health boost. Damage while on low health. I'll take this. I don't have any personal mods. There's a Tesseract. Another Tesseract. A lot of Tesseracts. More undefined reading.
Nice of the door to open for you.
Yeah.
You close itself behind you.
Doors are considerate.
Let's hope they stay that way.
Yeah. Research records. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on the Bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank or redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. The power of the collective unconsciousness is taken into account. It could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redact them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology often tends to disappear and break, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets. about a hole in your brain? What? I have to find like an isolated audio file of the hiss chanting.
I would assume it's fairly complex and layered, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I was distinctly hearing a sentence there. Okay, I searched.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago.
What the hell of a name.
The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know. Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it. It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss. Where is the hotline? It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom.
I used
It's
to
part
know
of
what
the
that
sector,
was.
so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you. Okay, that's my next stop. That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think
Just a
you already
sucker.
know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Alright, it was a kind of plastic molding, right?
Yeah, I thought it was just like early plastic from like the 30s.
Yeah.
Yep, that was definitely plastic.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, Rook, I was actually kind of expecting that.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
I have questions.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she
Yeah.
memorize this?
I got it.
Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Alright, that's all the questions we have. Let's continue.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll
What do
have
you
more
all think of the
questions
game
soon.
so far?
Just let me know.
Well, as far as gameplay goes, I mean, it just seems fairly basic. I mean, it's pretty much the same as Alan Wake and Quantum Break, but I'm loving the story so far.
Okay. And yeah, I would say that the gameplay is pretty basic. It served as the right vehicle to get the story across without getting in the way. Which I think
Yeah,
was
you were
the issue
definitely-
in Alan Wake.
You were definitely right about the Loki parallels. Like, everything I like about Loki, the weird facilities and, like, the unexplained weirdness, I'm getting the same
There it is
vibes here.
again. A welcome message.
Definitely some English.
To the wet.
Did the stream stop?
No. Still going. Why?
Like my window of it just froze.
Oh, no, that's still going on my side.
New Weird.
Yeah.
That's a good name for it.
A personal mod. Just stick that right to your chest.
Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel Inn. In and out. That's stupid. Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: 831.29 accommodations, 714.84 meals, 295.12 gasoline, 313.61 minibar. Asterisk. The boys in research and said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. Hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. H. Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Sleeping on the road, Agent L. Hines.
Whoa!
Fucking reading my expenditure report.
It's overpowering here.
Don't go down that hallway,
They don't
God.
want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Gotta get the various suit before you can go into hot areas.
I mean, there is fast travel and backtracking. It could be a Metroidvania without me realizing it. This Alan Wake. Yeah, I already read that. New Weird. Yep. Protect me, sneeze guard. Whoa.
That might just be normal behavior. Don't die. Don't die. No, you died.
Oh, I died. I don't know which I prefer. Is this or rambling old TV advertisements at me? I don't know. I'm digging the droning. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'll just start going to sleep like that. Just, random ASMR Borg collective. Cafeteria, nostalgia department, communications department, dead letters.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Happiness comes.
Making sure I don't have to recollect the collectibles.
My kidney!
Poor
That's
guy.
a weird uniform. In fact, it's a very weird uniform.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of reminds me of Monarch Security.
Huh.
The enemy beams in. his residence field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define, appear as ways to impede or escape access by Bureau personnel. 2 misses have been discovered by destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources in the vicinity or destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Welcome to Area 13. When you hear the alarm, all crimes will be legal and no law enforcement will be in effect. Any attempts to attack the government will be punished the next day by people who are still alive. Is that the Purge?
Sounds like it.
I've never actually seen it.
Secured toilet paper.
Shatter projectile choke. Exclusive to Shatter. So an upgrade I don't have yet. Due to certain fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green, stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood. Red, frequent. Nope.
Maybe that area upstairs is clear now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's the only barrier I remember seeing. Nope.
It's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Okay, I'll go into the other nope room. What was that?
Ooh.
That.
Variant bacon and cheese sausage and a pretzel bun.
What's that?
What is it? Go get it.
I don't know how to go get it.
Go bounce up there. Oh, you might be able to get that. Yeah.
Got it.
Secrets.
Okay. It was not this way. How did I already lose it? How am I that bad? Hey, it's something I didn't have before.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, case file. I'll just reopen it. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana. Wait, that actually happened.
Wait a minute.
Injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the altered world event, which reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scenes cordoned off in the embassy staff were transported to the continents of the U.S. After Formula I.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. No! Zen. That was it. Did I get it? Kinda.
Yeah, it looks like you should have been able to destroy that thing in the center.
Yeah. Probably need an upgraded power.
Maybe.
Here again. Checkpoints in this game are mean. Wait.
Ooh.
Wrong door. I mean, the collectibles I don't have to get again, but I will have to fight the way down there again.
There it is.
Let me check something. Okay, there's no save button.
A welcome message.
So, do better. Get good. Well, the hiss that patrols there are gone. And the hiss that ambushed me here are gone. Okay, so progress was not lost. Okay. Good. Dead letters.
Oh, the Deus Machina.
I had a dream and I built this thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the one anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God.
This is how you make Lorcan's heart.
I understood that reference.
Yay!
Dear Director Trench, I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive, cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail. Will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. These letters come to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. I, of course, will compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information in respect to connections to AWEs and altered materials. Thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. I heard that. Ooh. You've got a shield. Stop it. Stinging fish. Please be an actual stinging fish. Nothing would make me happier. Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor. I sounded like Markiplier. I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem. You gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fishes on the wall. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish. You gotta come handle it. My real upset. When can he come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr.
What's up, Sid?
Is this how Christine or Maximum Overdrive was born? Yes.
What's up, Sid? What's up, Sid, Jay?
A typo. Fuck off.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to make that make sense.
You're supposed to say not much, you?
But I'm sitting up. I mean, I'm not upset.
Jay, it's not supposed to make sense.
I look, I'm fighting sound waves in human form. I don't know what you want from me. Can I get in here? No. I hope this doesn't upset anybody. Damn, I was kind of expecting the whole thing to, boom, letters everywhere. We did this side already, yeah? Yeah. Going down. Yeah, control point.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's like Doctor Strange.
Kinda, yeah. Also, I can fast travel.
Whoa. That's a map.
That is a map. I don't have clearance level yet. Oh god, it is Metroidvania.
You're the director.
I'm the new director.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
I think that's Alan Wake's
It's
voice
not a disk,
actor.
of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Oh, okay.
Looking something up. The actor is Matthew Peretta. He was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Also, he is the voice actor for Alan Wake.
Hey, you called it.
Because the actual actor, the physical actor, is a Swedish model guy.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Somebody. Floppy disk that contains nuclear launch codes that physically launches things. Yep. Going this way. Someone spilled their ketchup. Welcome to the communications department. We are here to help.
Oh,
Death by thermos. Or death by pneumatic.
he got beamed.
Ooh. Don't go in the mailroom. Yeah, this is exactly as far as I got.
Oh,
Playing it alone. Book club. Book club. Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but so it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like catchphrase got real annoying real fast, but the best part of the story was space battles. I sided with the fixtures, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors that go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two, space dogfight, which should be one word. I just literally thought space dogs. The dogfight between the two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all.
isn't that what just happened to that guy down the hallway?
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
got all quiet all of a sudden. It's like,
Yeah.
oh. So we're entering into that whole persona thing of cognition and perception, and we're getting Jungian again. Welcome to the
Object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
my cover. I think we found a floppy disk that launches things. I don't think we're in that guy's cognition. Oh, it's a physics object from fucking Alan Wake. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh.
F.
Oh, it's the floppy from before.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I apparently had the volume up too loud on this.
Floppy disk nuke can be bound. To gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. Boards in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
That's why I don't have clearance.
Did I bind E? I didn't. Wait, yeah, I did. Why did I put it there? That's stupid. Hold on, I have to change my key bindings here. I made E a stupid button.
You bound it to Epsilon.
Align the cube, Sigabajig, into the hole, slot to advance, score. I like their syntax speech. Also, I really like the texture on the marble.
It's so 80s.
Oh, I have an energy bar up top now. Okay. Nice. The hiss noise is burrowing into our astral plane secret base. You must stop. Mute them, Director. Kubrick.
Kubrick? Why?
His antagonist is seeking our astral
There
plane.
you are. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Boy, that makes life a little easier. How you doing, Cooper? Man, look at that fucking mess. That looks like something out of Satisfactory.
Look at the subsurface scattering on that.
Yeah.
Look at that nice fucking smooth scattered shading. I didn't get that out very well, but you know what I mean. It looks good.
Yeah. It does look
Like
good.
orange tubing should. That was satisfying.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about maybe doing Battlefield together on Friday, hopefully. I know a bunch of people probably asked you by now. I think that enemy was a new type. I saw some stuff flashing in the corner. A hiss demolitions expert. They have rocket-propelled grenades, so I probably accidentally hit a grenade, and that just caused a big kaboom. And a ranger which can stop bullets. And here's a case file on the floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear nuke launch codes. When found, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling 11.15 for more information. The object currently bound to redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located and redacted by agents. Redacted with the CIA as a diskette containing launch codes for redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against redacted again after being returned to America. The diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant CIA tipped the bureau off, and it was requisitioned the next day. I think I'm backtracking, because I am.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. What is a floating woman seemingly stuck? Those are agents. Ow. I got distracted. Those are agents that have been corrupted by the hiss but aren't, like, inactive. They're just floating there chanting. Okay now. Can I go through here? I can. Okay. This is the way forward now.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Yeah. I did literally walk into that one. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. using current ecological concerns to make the public much less likely to redact it, so another AWE behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. And it was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. It doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Demasi out. That was an RPG. I'm gonna try something. Do it. And he's gone. It just deleted itself out of existence. I'm fine with that.
Oh boy, what I miss?
I was trying to kill someone who had an RPG, and they backed up a bit and blinked out of existence. But Spiral wants me to go there. Now I have a fast travel point. Now I have
This
clearance
must
level
open
1.
the door.
Oh, look at his mouth.
Mm.
Now I can access the boss room. What is this? Those are clearance level 1. Somewhere along the lines, things went weird. No one was sure how this happened, whether it was something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself. There were a lot of stories. Everyone had a theory of how it happened, of which maybe the weirdest, perhaps only fittingly singled out here, was the talk about a strange golden space helmet that someone had found in a secret research project to repudiate and to replicate and manufacture those helmets. It was said that the helmet opened the way to another place, different from this one. But whether that other was actually a place or just something that came over you when you were wearing a helmet, no one knew. Not even when the scientists in charge of the project, in any case. Or so the myth went. The helmets, or the people trying them on, brought the other closer to here. Things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics and religions and time and stuff, just stopped working like they used to. Stopped altogether or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, and most people died and disappeared. In some other places, it rained flowers, and in others, blood. And sometimes the other was very close, and everything rippled and warped as something big in the other passed close by. And sometimes it was even almost like the old times. In time, people adjusted and adapted and learned to use the new things and laws to fix some of the old, but mostly as the time went, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone who believed in the myths thought that the golden helmet and those who wore them were bad. They seem to have a point. For those in and the dyslexia kicked in. For those in the golden helmets, even while they were hardly ever seen anymore, were often, on those rare occasions, doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strange abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the bad things, and there were lots of these bad things and lots of good things as well. But now, even more than before, in who wrote this? Report to Doctor Whatever.
I can't believe you read the whole thing.
These are kind of hurt.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling whenever you encounter something strange. Explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight. We'll be right back.
They don't have to go that hard into the extra material, but they do, and I love them for it. I have a feeling I'm going to earn a crafting system at some point. Should I backtrack to the director's office really fast because I have clearance to level 1 doors? That's a negative. Level 3. What is this? I don't know what this SCP is. Jukebox. Oh, I'm glad I came back. Somewhere there's a piece of paper here that explains this. I hope I find it one day. I'd like to understand a jukebox.
You turned off copyrighted music, so it's not going to open now.
That could also weirdly be true. Oh well, let's just continue. Outfits. This is so very much AAA SCP. I love it. Boss time.
They can fly
Defeat his corrupted
now.
Tomasi.
Great.
They can fly now.
Oh no!
I was trying to grab them out of the air and throw them back. Let's try that again without the fail. Bye, precious.
They can fly now. Great.
It's no use. It's no use. It's no use. It's no use.
Did he just spawn some ads? God damn it. That was close. There's no health regen in this game. We'll deal with that later. Now, I was about to say, man, I haven't died too much in this game. Maybe my fortunes have changed. Nope.
It's not gonna let you get away that quickly or easily.
Ah, the visit by Dr. Jason. He leaves both his patients and the audience in disbelief as they dance across the lake. Yeah. Where'd you go? No, my idea didn't work. Ah. Okay, so I don't have a plan. It sounded like I had a plan. I don't.
Well, it looked like when you hit him with the physics objects, he dropped what he was hovering.
They can fly now.
So maybe you got a timer, right?
Great.
become health. Bop. Ah. Okay, a plan has formed. It's a terrible plan, but I think that's my way forward. So hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, would everybody help us out? Got that next emo slot if we can get 26 more subs. That's the end of my shilling.
They can fly now. Great.
They fly now.
They fly now.
Ow. It's like I have to get him right before he throws the object. Named enemies present a tougher challenge, but you'll better reward. Nah. You know what? I'm taking this with me.
They can fly now. Great.
Come on. Charge it up.
They can always fly. Like, they were levitating the first time you saw.
Well, the ones that fight are flying now. I guess it's more what she means. Got him.
Nice.
Oh, those were all pneumatic tubes. Holy fuck. Way to add it into the
Let's stay
architecture.
focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Oh yeah, we picked up a collectible during all that. Hist elevated. Elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies reserved in Bureau paramilitaries. Okay. Tea time. Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you on a course at Sunday morning. Have you ever heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Potentially use hands like any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about it, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. And there's that radio. Listen to. I'm gonna get some health. A quick look around for any collectibles. That was a weird sound. This is not the way. In fact, this is backtracking. He flew through there. That's where I need to go.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been a...
Just, we'll play it here so it comes with us.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this? Evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power.
No, they still don't actually know what caused that.
Most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged...
The hotline can't be far now.
Oh, I hear it.
All visitors must check in. Director Trench. Director Trench. Bill Everett, the custodian. Director Trench. Director Trench. Bill Everett. Trench, Trench, Trench. Everett, Trench. Everett. Carol Bishop, custodian.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. 3 loss 3 applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No.
That was cool.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
Washington, American Airlines. See America. Janitor. Ranger Naturalist Service. Ah, it's a wonderful day, and you can see the fallout on the sky.
Hello? Anyone here?
I was thinking that also followed the rule of threes. 222, 223, 225, 224, casino, 227, and an open room, 226.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
I like the lighting. Picture of me looking at a walkway leading to the phone. So, rule of threes. 1, 2, 3. The hotline seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Not like that.
Okay.
Mind telling me how to do it, tutorial? Maybe that's just showing me what an extra-dimensional entity is and then how I deal with it up here. That would follow. Well done, Dial Director. You can contact us past selves. The Hotline Collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info.
Check that out. First, case files, the hotline. Objects be inaccessible for use except for the director. Object is a 1960s era red fake light telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob for unknown purpose. The phone line is redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than director, the object will cause lethal redacted. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were on the object, including redacted and redacted. Its origin remains unknown. Probably watched the whole presentation.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified. Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective
Bigger than the
unconscious.
disc I'm used
A
to.
receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did.
Like,
We
I'm
don't
used to
have the details,
5
but when things started
and a
flying around
quarter,
the disk, it was
3 and a
transferred to
half,
us.
not 8.
It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air.
Didn't
today
there
we
used to be even
launched
larger formats way, way earlier? Like
3 dozen
13 inch?
pencils.
Probably.
And once, we even launched a cup.
The flip-floppy. But you could flip them and record data on both sides, Kubrick.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication.
Kubrick recorded once.
They would tell
He
me
never
what I
recovered.
need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst.
Me.
The conspiracy
Jaye.
plotted right behind me.
I don't know why
trust
I
anyone.
He's the
added
bottom
that.
of the totem. That
I
means
must
he's
assume
playing.
all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only
I
channel
love
can
you too,
trust.
Kubrick.
Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board.
My
Must
fops.
seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now.
Oh,
I must reach the hotline.
You don't.
I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered.
Filled with screaming
The universe keeps
bees.
expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
You are the director now. We expect independence. Dependence. You are the authority, chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Oh,
I need to get back to Emily.
I need to get back to Emily.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
And there's a control point here so I can fast travel. The director's off. Wait.
Yeah.
I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. Our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention. They'll be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just underlined in the spreadsheet that's similarly accompanied. You won't even notice, or that's skip over us. So if we weren't even there, the nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. That door wasn't there before.
It manifested itself when you needed it. After you went through the effort to find it.
Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son Graham was killed in active duty this past week. All details surrounding his death are classified. I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. He can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He'll be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing his sacrifice helped protect the country he loves so much. His effect will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely, Howard Murray, your Deputy Chief of Communications, FBC. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, proud, pride will be remembered. Don't use Alaska scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apology, sorry.
Economy.
The oldest man in the world?
We tell ourselves it's okay to be old.
I'm gonna go the other way. So it is a Metroidvania if the level constantly shifted. That'd be actually a neat trick for a Metroidvania, as the world keeps changing. Yeah. You
Jesse,
just
did you get the
camping?
hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Yeah, let's talk after I check out this shit you wrote about me. Initials encounter with the enemy unit. The hits have revealed various behavioral facts, and that's one way the hits is able to invade or corrupt control points, alter items, and even demons, radically changing their behavior. Blah 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 blah. The only known exception to this, new director Jaye Fadden, who possesses inherent immunity to the hiss, indicate that she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to the other hiss of Smith's theory. Final observation comes from Miss Fadden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms that has corruption. This is its ability on how it's corrupted. Okay.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Some very wet noises. Unlock by upgrading. How do I upgrade? I have points.
Maybe you need to find
Oh,
a
from the
facility.
oh, right there from the control point.
Oh.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing? Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Bullshit. You've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Weapon forms. Shatter has a high stopping power with a scatter shotgun. Health upgrades, energy upgrades, melee strengths, the ability to launch rockets back at the enemy. Oh, challenges. That later. But there are mods here I could just get rid of.
I heard that this attack the power grid brings up a lot of new questions.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
A Dracula.
A Dracula. A Dracula 1. I was hoping for some more things to kill. Or more source points. So I can get the gun upgrade. There we go. How do you... Oh. Fine. Fuck. Come back to that. Ow. Five more. That'll do. Done. And now we have.
Oh,
sorry.
I had that. It's like a little crossbow.
I love the animation on the gun. Boop, boop, boop. The iron sights just pops up like, here you go. Boop. Anywho, that'll be it for tonight. I'm enjoying it. This is it's a good mix of Alan Wake elements and the action from Quantum Break. We'll probably pick this up again next Wednesday. Yes, we're gonna raid Lychee, but before we do that, I gotta do my whole thing. Where I thank everyone for spending your evening with us. Special thanks to our subscribers scrolling on screen now. Couldn't do what we do without your support. Please give us a follow here. Please give us a follow on Twitter at TRedFox. Check out our YouTube link down below for our past playthroughs, including Alan Wake, Quantum Break, Alien Isolation, StarCraft 2, and other games that make Zombie very angry. If you want to support us more directly, check out the Patreon link down below. We've got Prime Gaming, subs, donations, tips. Again, we're trying to get our next sub slot for 26 subs away. Tell your friends. Or your enemies. I don't know. We like to end things here with a raid. We're gonna check out what our friend Lychee is doing. We'll be on tomorrow with Sea of Thieves with Callus, and Friday we'll do some Battlefield 2042. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.